Hey guys, this is Joseph from Play Tennis in Singapore. Today we're going to be looking at the 4 grips of tennis: the Continental, Eastern, Semi-Western, and Western grip. For those of you who are just starting out in tennis, this might be quite a shock. Yes, there's 4 different ways to hold a tennis racket, so it's very important you watch this video so you're familiar with the 4 different grips before you step onto the court.
We're going to see how we hold the different grips, what shots we use them for, and the pros and cons, if any. But before we do that, it's important that we're familiar with the different parts on our racket. So if we have a look at the bottom of our racket, specifically the bottom of the handle, we can see that there's 8 sides. We're going to call these sides bevels. We're going to be using bevel 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bevel 2 for the Continental grip, 3 for the Eastern, and 4 for Semi-Western, and 5 for the Western grip. Now you might feel a little lost at the moment. It's okay, we'll take it step by step. Let's have a look at our first grip. Here we have the Continental grip, also known as the hammer grip. We like to call it this because we're holding the racket the same way we'd hold a hammer. We're going to have our index knuckle on bevel 2. So what do we use the Continental grip for? We use it for our volleys, our slice shot, and our serve. What are the pros of a Continental grip? Its versatility. You can hit 3 different shots with the Continental grip. What are the cons? It's difficult to master. This is why it's important that we get our coaches to take us through drills to practice using the grip.
Okay, so the next 3 we're going to look at are the Eastern, Semi-Western, and Western grip. All 3 of these can be used to hit your forehand. Which one do you use? It comes down to your personal preference. So let's have a look.
The Eastern grip. How do we hold it? We're going to want to have our index knuckle on bevel 3. What are the pros of using an Eastern grip to hit your forehand? We're going to be able to hit hard and flat shots. We're also going to find it easier to deal with lower bouncing balls. What are the cons of using an Eastern grip for your forehand? It's going to be more difficult to deal with higher bouncing balls. This is because of the way your wrist is positioned when holding the grip.
A player with an Eastern grip is going to prefer a lower bouncing surface, such as grass, while higher bouncing surfaces such as clay and hard court might be a bit tricky when it comes to dealing with high balls that have a lot of topspin.
The Semi-Western grip. How do we hold it? We're going to have our index knuckle on bevel 4. What are the pros of using a Semi-Western grip to hit your forehand? It's versatile, so you're going to be able to hit your shots with more variation. With a Semi-Western grip, you can generate more topspin on your shots than you can with an Eastern grip. You're also not going to have too much trouble dealing with low balls and high balls.
Due to the versatility of the Semi-Western grip, when it comes to court surfaces, all surfaces are good for the Semi-Western grip.
The Western grip, also known as the frying pan grip. With our index knuckle on bevel 5, it's going to feel like we're holding the racket like a frying pan. What are the pros of using a Western grip to hit your forehand? It's going to allow you to generate the greatest amount of topspin on your shots. This is due to the increase in racket head speed that you can get when swinging with a Western grip. Another pro is it's going to be easier to deal with higher bouncing balls. What are the cons? It's going to be awkward trying to scoop up low bouncing balls when you're holding the racket like a frying pan.
For players with a Western grip, they're going to prefer higher bouncing surfaces such as clay and hard court. This is because their heavy topspin shots will work better on those surfaces compared to a lower bouncing surface, and they'll also be able to deal with the high balls.
For those of you who are unsure on which grip to use for your forehand, I would recommend the Semi-Western grip, the main reason being its versatility.
So far we've mentioned the volley, slice shot, serve, and the forehand. Now let's take a look at what grip we need to be using on our backhands.
For our single backhands, we're going to be using the Continental grip. For our double or two-handed backhands, we're going to be doing the same thing, but with our non-dominant hand, we're going to be using the semi-western grip.
Those are the 4 grips: the Continental, Eastern, Semi-Western, and Western. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching and stay safe.